What's going on, YouTube? So there was a little bit of debate over the miles per gallon that I reported after the Procharger. Somebody said that because I put bigger fuel injectors, the car has a blower on it, there's a different fuel pump, all of those things, the car is not going to accurately read the amount of fuel that's being used. And they said I had to do it the old school math way. So I just topped it off. I just filled up the tank and ran it until the pump shut off. I did not top it off, so I just ran it until the pump stopped itself. And then I took the pump out, and we are going to document my beginning mileage of 33,322 miles. I'll drive most of the tank, and we'll try to go back to the exact same pump, fill it up the exact same way, figure out how many miles we went, how many gallons were left, or how many gallons were used, and give you an accurate readout of what my miles per gallon are after the Procharger. So there it is, my miles, 33,322. And in addition to this, I'm actually going to go back and reset my fuel economy to 0 to see if this is going to read any different than what the actual calculating way figures. So there you go, reset to 0. Alrighty, driven for a few days here. We are at about a quarter tank, 33,534 miles. Let's fill it up and see how much we used. And just like last time, we'll just let it pump, and when it clicks to stop on its own, that's where we'll call it. 14.03 gallons. So one thing that we need to keep in mind is that the fuel economy that is displayed in the dash is never exactly accurate. It's give or take a little bit, okay? So last time I reported the dash read 17.5 miles per gallon. Right now is reading 16.8 miles per gallon. Had a little bit more city driving this time around. So we drove 212 miles. I put in 14.03 gallons into the car at the same pump. Temperature is probably a little bit different, but I understand that matters. But in our case, let's just ignore that variable. So 212 miles divided by 14.03 gallons gives me 15.1 miles per gallon. So yes, it is reading a little different. So another point I wanted to make is we can't completely rely on the difference of the 15.1 and the 16.8 readouts, because I never tested this car by doing the math way of doing it. So I mean, it could have been reading a gallon and a half off before I even did this modification. So really in the end, we didn't learn anything except for the gauge is just an estimate. But if somebody else wants to try it on their stock car and just like do the math and then just post it in the comments down below, give us all an idea about how far off the MPG readings are on a car that isn't modified or lightly modified, like intake or an exhaust. Just post it down below, and you know, maybe we can all learn something here. But thanks for tuning in. .03 gallons.